We need to cue that studio audience, We need that roll in for
I liked it.
Kind of a live with Regis and Kelly kind of deal.
I think that'd be a better intro. But I like the intro. That's new. This is the first time I've seen it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so I like it.
You guys have done a great job with that.
Yeah.
It is Thursday. It's time for us to do announcements. We hope you're having a great week so far. Before we get deep into everything, we want to make sure that you let us know that you're watching today and where you're watching from. So we look forward to seeing your comments pop up on our screen here, and we'll say hello to you if we catch you, and if we don't catch you, don't think we're ignoring you. We're just deep into announcements of what we got to do here today.
Deep into conversation.
Yeah, man. Joining me today is Evan Powell.
Hello.
Pastor Darren's son and the husband.
Alyssa's husband.
I was just trying to say that. That's more important, right? Alyssa Powell's husband. Alyssa and Evan direct our youth department.
Yep.
And doing a fantastic job doing that. I want to say hey to Kelly Tillis.
Kelly.
It is a great intro, Kelly. We have great talent here working behind the scenes. Corey and Aaron are behind the scenes there, looking behind themselves. But it's a great day. Today is National Kite Flying Day, by the way, you guys. So if you have a kite, I guess if you can figure out how to get it up high enough for the wind to catch it.
And I've as you're a kid, you always see these people and like seeing movies or like reading books, people flying kites. It's never worked out for me.
The only place that I've ever gotten a kite to really work is at the beach.
That makes sense. Yeah, West Virginia's probably not the best.
Right? No, too many trees, too many
not
power
very
lines,
windy,
right.
Pretty calm. So but yeah, I mean, as a kid, man, that's a bummer. We would get kites, and I remember, vividly that my grandparents bought me a kite one time, and I tried for hours to get that thing.
You're just not running fast enough.
I'm running, and it just never worked out.
Right.
So, I maybe that's a bucket list thing that I didn't know, that I'm one of those things I'm going to one day.
When you get to the beach, get you a good kite down there, and
I will.
Yeah, they're easy to get flying down there.
Yeah,
because you got the wind off the ocean.
The boogie boards,
right?
Yeah,
right.
I can pick those up at the surf shop. So I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I like it.
So you got to run Evan.
Yeah, I tried, man. I'm not that fast. I know I look fast. I'm not
you can do all things, right? Through Christ who strengthens you.
That's true.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that's what I was talking about. We would get kites. Our family would be like, "You're not running fast enough."
Yeah.
Yes, I
can't go any faster.
Right, I can't go any faster.
It's your genetics. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
My family's genetics caused me to be this slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can believe that. So we've got a few things to talk to you about today. The few things that are coming up that are off of the calendar, and all the signups are done, and all the things that that we've been talking about are coming to fruition. And so if you're signed up for any of those things, you know what they are, and you know when you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be. But we do have some other things that are going on. We do have a Ministry Connect that's coming up on Sunday evening, and that'll be, we need everybody in the sanctuary. That'll be at 6 o'clock. You need, if you are involved in ministry in any way, if you're a volunteer, check your emails and make sure you check your spam folder. Make sure you get into your emails and check out to see if you've gotten an email from your ministry leader. If you have not, make contact with them and get that email and respond to that email to let them know that you're going to be here. It's a very important Ministry Connect night. Some things that that we're going to be going over in relation to volunteering that you need to know. So we want you to be here, and that's at 6 o'clock Sunday evening in the sanctuary. Of course, there's some other information included in that email that you'll need to know. So make sure that you get those emails, you know where you're supposed to be this coming Sunday evening.
Yep.
We also are going to be beginning next Saturday, I believe it is, the 17th, a social media fast. This is a 40-day fast. Here is the social media fasting guide. These are available hard copy. They're also available in the Church Center app. There's the phone with the Church Center app open. You can access the journal here on your phone. You can print it yourself, or you can follow along online through the Church Center app. So this is really cool. It's pages full of like a journal for you to journal while you're joining the social media fast. There's directions on how to do so, what things qualify or classify as social media. Pastor Lane has gone through tremendous lengths of putting this together, writing it all, putting it all together, and making it easy for you to help you follow along with our 40-day social media fast. That begins on February the 17th and goes through March the 27th, which is leading up to our play that's coming up, The Journey 2024. Hey, you're involved this year.
Yeah, I am. I'm a disciple.
Is this your first ever production at Maranatha?
No.
Okay, so what have you been in before?
Not very good. Not very good with dates. Well, so like, I was a soldier one year.
Were you?
I didn't like that. Actually, I've been a soldier a few times.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Because you're.
No, it's because I'm mean.
Because you're mean.
No,
Would the teenagers say that?
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I can be mean.
I think you'd be pretty chill.
I am most of the time, but there's a line that I don't put up. I do. Honestly, man, we have good kids.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you gotta get onto them. And the worst thing that they do is get on their phones during service or whatever.
Absolutely.
Somebody's sleeping, and you gotta go over there like, hey, come on.
All the distractions they bring.
Sunday mornings is rough.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everybody's tired. Wednesday they're full of energy and they're good. And then Sunday mornings is it's hit or miss, but yeah, I mean, but I was a soldier a few times, and it's kind of a running joke with Joey and a couple other people that there's this one scene where the tomb it was right after Jesus died on the cross, and like something happened. It was like an earthquake. They said it's like an earthquake,
right?
And I had the hardest time acting out falling. It's hard to do. Like, I fall all the time.
Right.
I'll fall upstairs. I never fall downstairs. I'll fall upstairs. So I do it all the time, but when you're trying to do it on purpose, it's hard.
Right.
I'm not LeBron James. I can't flop on command.
I know what you mean, because looking back at last year's journey, when I go back to the rock as Judas, and I kind of crumble, it kind of looked a little weird. So I've got to change that up a little bit this year.
It's hard. It is very hard. But I am excited about. That was me.
Was that Evan?
That was me.
A little
not
music.
falling. I wasn't falling in that scene. That was extras.
Gotta say hello to my wife. She's watching.
Hello, Stacy. I'm glad you're joining us today.
Yeah.
Also heard that you got podcasting gear, so whenever you're ready, I'm down to podcast.
There you go.
But with the social media fast, man, I'm really excited for this, and I really hope that the youth get involved with this. Obviously, we've extended that to them, and we want them to participate. But honestly, man, I mean, people live in social media. They don't live in the present. They don't live in the physical. They and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's so much negativity. That it's it's really harmful, and jealousy. You see a lot of that, and I mean, we all do it subconsciously. We'll see how people are living and what they're doing, and it's caused jealousy. We're causing division between everybody.
Right.
And, social media. I mean, this is the worst and best invention of all time.
Absolutely.
Is a phone.
The funny thing about what we see in social media, not just Facebook, I guess Instagram, I don't have that, so I really don't know, but you get to see the sunny side of life.
Yeah.
People don't readily post the difficulties they're having. I mean, some do, but you don't normally see you get the pie in the sky kind of look at everybody's life. And so you kind of sit and wonder, well, how much is just really representative of what's going on day to day with these
Absolutely.
folks? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
I definitely am excited about seeing how this all unfolds.
And I think it's going to be great. I mean, you see, first of all, our youth, they'll come up to, did you see this? And I'm like, dude, that is fake.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
For real.
But it's just, people get so consumed and wrapped up into stuff like that. And listen, day-to-day stuff, you're not in control of anything.
Right.
You're not in control of what happens here or happens there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and people say it all the time, but you really do have to rely on God and just be like, hey, it's out of my control.
Because all of those things that we encounter day by day, they all work together for our good that He has in mind for us.
Yep.
So, and all of our steps are ordered by Him.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
What we have come against us or what we have come up in our lives, we're not in control of.
Yep.
But He is.
Yep.
And that's what makes up all the difference. Yep. So again, that's February 17th of March to 27th. The social media fast. The guides are available at the information booth, or you can download your very own copy and have it on your phone and have it there if you want to print it yourself. One of the things that we want to make sure that you are aware of with the social media fast is that Church Center app is going to be kind of your lifeline. We won't be doing necessarily Thursday announcements like we do now, because we go straight to Facebook and straight to YouTube, and that doesn't help anybody if we encourage them to go to Facebook to get announcements. So what we're going to be doing is there's going to be some teachings, some devotions, and when I do the devotions, I'll include announcements with those, but those are only going to be available through the Church Center app.
Cool.
So make sure that you download the Church Center app. If you have any questions about that app, how to download it, how to interact with it, those kinds of things, stop by the information booth, and Pastor Lane and her crew will be able to help you through that.
Yep.
So we want you to be engaged with us in those devotions. We want you to be engaged in all that's going on through the social media fast. Again, that starts on the 17th. So make sure you stop by the information booth and get caught up on all that you need to know to be a part of that fast. So let's talk about the youth real quick. You were talking about how the youth are progressing and growing. Some changes I think you guys are looking to make in their experience. You're looking to do some changes in the rooms over there.
Everything's a little dated. Obviously, especially in today's world. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but today's world, things get dated a lot sooner.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we're looking to kind of revamp our game room, and if anyone's ever been in the youth room, in the back room where our game room is, there's these big windows that run across it, and we don't necessarily like those. I mean, they're pretty, and looking from the outside in looks great, but we don't like that anybody can be in the parking lot and look into our room.
Right.
So we're looking to kind of, maybe put some blinds up there, and I don't know, how much everyone knows about it, but, getting some different consoles and gaming consoles, and, so just kind of revamping everything. Of course, it's been a while since we've done anything. We did get the new couch, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But as far as like, the other tables and stuff, they're getting kind of run down, and we're looking to, kind of get some new furniture in here. Of course, we got teenagers, so things break.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about that. But it's a lot of things are coming to the youth, and it's definitely an experience that I didn't expect. I didn't expect to be a part of this, and with Alyssa. And man, I'm glad I am. I mean, it's awesome just to see, these kids they're really interactive, and these kids are hungry, and they want answers, which is awesome. So, I'll be with Alyssa, and her phone will ring, and it's somebody's mom, like, hey, so and so had a question about this, and it's like, what was that Bible verse that you were talking? So it's really cool because when I was in youth, I didn't see stuff like that. I sure wasn't asking questions. So it's really neat to see that the kids are actually taking part and wanting to learn, which is really cool. So I'm excited about it.
The wife's giving you guys some love.
All right.
Would you say that it's helped you more than you thought you would ever help them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that I definitely get more. I mean, it's kind of like raising kids.
Yeah.
You know, you raise kids, and the good definitely outweighs the bad. But there are some bad.
Yeah.
You know, some days I go into youth, I'm like, man, why am I doing that?
Right,
You know,
right.
it's like it's I don't want to say depressing, but it's definitely like a decrease in your morale.
Right.
Like, this is we're trying and
Yeah.
nothing's getting anywhere,
Yeah.
and then you'll come in next week and it's like, where were you guys hiding this last week?
Yeah.
Like you guys are really cool, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely it's got its ups and downs, but I definitely think that I've gotten more out of it than I ever thought I would.
Awesome,
For sure,
awesome.
for sure. I know Alyssa has too.
Now we have some announcements we'll make about things we normally do here at Maranatha. But before we get to that, and talking about youth, you guys have youth camp every summer for the kids.
Yeah.
Yep. And you got youth camp coming up, and you want these folks to save a date, right?
Yes, save the date. So Corey will put it on the screen. Wham! It's right there. And as if you can tell, it is Star Wars theme. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Not only is it Star Wars theme,
Yeah.
but if you look at the coloring, you've got black background and yellow font.
Yeah. Are you
little
referring to the
Steeler-
Steelers? Well, yeah, I mean, the Steelers didn't make it very far in the playoff run, but, you know,
I
I
made it
did
further than
notice
my
that.
Bengals. That's
That's true.
a heartbreaker.
Well,
right
Joe
there.
Burrow got hurt. I mean, you know, but
There's that.
But yeah, June 24th through the 28th, and if you have anyone in middle school and high school that would even be remotely interested, I would I would much like to encourage whoever you are or your child. They really get involved with that. We've seen so many different things happen at youth camp, and even if some kids come in and they have huge breakthroughs, and walls are coming down, and you can see a lot of change in just their appearance, their physical and mental, appearance. And but even if you are, you have a kid that is already in good shape spiritually, still get them involved with
absolutely.
it. I mean, it's a great time. It's a time for growth. And we're part of a church that the staff gets behind it as well. So you'll see the staff members there, and it's not like anything else that we do in the youth. And it's really a good time to really build relationships with all of them too. I know that I've become very close to several of our youth kids through youth camp. I know Corey and Aaron have as well. But yeah, it's a great time. Can't say enough good things about it.
That's awesome.
It's great. And we have games, and we're real competitive. So,
I wonder, you get that honest, don't you?
yeah, I think so.
The thing about you were talking about kids that are spiritually well, and that kind of thing, encouraging them to come. Here's what I would say to those folks is that you might have something that somebody else needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might have the key to their breakthrough.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been to youth camp and you got your breakthrough there, and you've been growing ever since. Let's say, you came to youth camp last year and something happened to you and you got your breakthrough there, and God's taught you things along the way. And now here we come to this year's youth camp. You need to be there because there may be somebody that was in your situation last year, there this year, that you can help.
Were you at youth camp last year?
I was not.
I didn't think you were, but the way you were talking, it sounded like you were.
No.
Because last year, God moved through several of our youth kids during services. And, he used them to really spread a message and say, hey, this is where I was, but this is where I am now. And he used several kids. I'm obviously not going to name any names, but, he used several kids to minister to other kids. And more than anything, it was just kind of like, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Because it's, man, I'm going to get
It's all right.
up.
It's all right.
But he definitely uses, and you never know when he might use your child. Yeah. So please send them out. It's a great experience.
And the beauty of the camp is that the reason I'm not there is because it's closed.
Yes. Yes.
Only those that have been invited or have a necessary part in camp are allowed in, so your children are in a safe place.
Yes.
And kids, you're in a safe place to be able to release that might be holding you back.
Yep.
There might be a need that you're not willing to talk about in front of just anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings the camp into a safe place where you can express those things.
Yeah.
And those that are there are not going to go around and go, "Did you hear about such and such?
Yeah.
They do this, or they've had this issue, or that."
Yep.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's a very safe place for your kids to be. Again, those dates, June 24th through the 28th.
Yep.
So save those dates and get your kid and kids get involved with youth camp.
And I don't mean to keep going on.
Oh, you're
youth
fine.
Camp, but
That's great.
And one of the reasons why we enjoy having it at Camp Appalachia is it is a closed campus. You know, when we're selecting where we're going to go and all this other stuff, you wouldn't believe how many, you know, other sites that are just open to the public. And that's not safe, and we don't want to do anything unsafe. And a large majority of why it's not open to just anybody. You're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime.
I appreciate it.
But it's not open to anybody because adults can be intimidating to kids. And just because we might be a member of our church and, you know, I know you, you know, whoever knows you, those kids don't.
Right.
And if you're in these services with these kids and they're trying to, you know, have a breakthrough or whatever, it just can be a little bit
wall goes up.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's that, and that's why you know we want number one, obviously safety,
Right.
And number two, we're really trying to make a comfort level for these teens that they're not going to get anywhere else.
Absolutely.
And we've seen that in the past. So and that's why.
Yeah. So we've got a few other things that are going on here at Maranatha that are things that go on week after week that we want to call your attention to. We have men's prayer on Saturday mornings at 8. Right now we have Reach the City basketball that's that's going on. We've got, I think, 3 more weeks of that. This will be, after this week, it'll be 2 more weeks. What a time. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. This is the first year that I've been involved. Whether you have a kid playing basketball or not, come out to these games.
Yeah.
Because these kids go after it.
Oh, yeah.
You've got 2 teams in Division I and 1 in Division II.
Yep.
And your Division I teams, the Division I team blows my mind. These little kids, they have no idea how to play basketball.
None.
In the world. Now they're getting taught.
Yes.
The fundamentals of basketball, but you watch them and they just go after it like nobody's business.
Yeah.
They're out to score, they're out to learn how to dribble, they're out to do all these things, and you guys are teaching them not only the fundamentals of basketball but good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
I've not seen anybody get out of line, out of hand in any of these games, and it's a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah. No, it's a great time, and you know, obviously. Yeah, I've been coaching for a while in that league. As a matter of fact, the first team that I ever had, Alyssa sent me a picture of this random kid, and I was at work, and I'm like, this kid, you got a graduation gown on, you know, all this. I'm like, well, who's this, you know? And Alyssa's like, you remember him? And I was like, no, I don't remember him. It was like, his name was Jarrett, and he was like, he was on my first ever basketball team up at Reach City. Graduated college.
Oh my gosh.
So he graduated college. I'm like, oh my God. So I've been doing it for a long time.
Wow.
I haven't even realized. But, you know, as far as the younger age, it's herding cats.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying the best you can to kind of get them to where they want to be. But as you've probably noticed, Division I to Division II, huge.
Big difference.
Huge. Division II, we're knowing what we're doing. We're running some plays, running some defense.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it's just a year or two in between that it goes from not having any idea how to play basketball at all to running plays, being able to shoot.
Yeah.
And, you know, this league is an amazing league. First of all, we have just absolutely wonderful volunteers. And, you know, just this Saturday I went to the concession stand.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows Mel, she runs everything tight ship,
Right,
man.
right.
And I went over there and just everybody's got a job and they're doing it and doing it and doing it. And it's crazy to see that these people love the community and love their church so much that they don't see a dime from any of it. But they do their absolute best in making something presentable to the people and doing everything 100%, everything in excellence. And man, it's just an awesome thing. It's great to have your kids involved with it.
Absolutely. And the reason we mention it is not so you can come out and volunteer. I mean, unless you really want to once you get there. But we want you to pack the stands.
Yeah.
You are going to be entertained by watching some of these games. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Not all day. You can come whenever you want. You don't have to stay the whole time. Come and let's pack the stands for a couple of these games. And visit the concession stand because they have hot dogs and what is it, deep fried Oreos?
They got everything. I went there and I'm like, I don't even know what to pick.
Right, right, exactly.
Definitely the best concession stand out of any basketball I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. So we want you to come out and support Reach the City basketball just by coming out and watching the games.
Yeah.
Celebrate Recovery is Friday nights at 7, so we encourage you to be a part of that. Information about all of these things can be found on the Church Center app. You can also find out information about these things at our information booth inside the foyer. Our service times are Sunday mornings at 10, Wednesday evenings at 7. So we'd love to see you here at 2910 Canal Terrace in St. Albans for services. If you can't happen to join us in service, if something prevents you from being in person with us, we do have online service on Facebook and on YouTube, and those are available to you every week. So we'd love to see you here, but again, if you can't make it in person for some reason, join us online because it's the same experience online as it is being here. Being here just kind of, there's really nothing that compares, but we do our very best to help make that translation to Facebook and on YouTube. So until Sunday morning, or if you come out and be a part of Reach the City basketball on Saturday morning, we love you. We hope you have a great week. Evan, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me. I have a blast. I mean, I'll talk everybody's ear off. So it's a great time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. We love having you. And we love having you. So come be with us at 2910 Canal Terrace in St. Albans Maranatha Church. Until we see you again, have a great week and God bless you.